Good morning, students. I'm Professor Priya Sharma of EC Department, SIT College, Bhopal. Sage Anandam. So this is our lecture 9 of the lecture series Digital Circuit System Design uh, subject which we are going through. And ninth lecture will cover the programmable logic arrays, that is PLAs. So basically, what is a PLA? PLA is a programmable logic device with programmable AND gates followed by programmable OR gates, best suited for the implementation of the logic functions in the SOP form. N cross N PLA has M buffer inverters to the power M AND gates and N OR gates. Inputs are applied to the buffer inverters. Buffer inverters are the devices having the normal and complemented form of the same input. Output of buffer inverters are connected to the AND matrix, and the output of the AND matrix is connected to the input of the OR gate matrix. So this is the basic PLA structure in which the inputs are connected to the input buffers. Input buffers are connected to the AND arrays, and AND arrays are connected to the OR gate arrays. And from OR gate arrays, we'll get the final output. So what is the procedure to implement the PLA? First of all, we write the logic function in the SOP form and then minimize the function. Decide the input connections of AND matrix for generating the product terms, and then decide the input connections for the OR matrix for generating the sum products. Connect the output of OR gates to the inverter or non-invert matrix depending upon the requirement of the operations. Then we program the PLAs. So this is the buffer inverter, which I have told you a couple of minutes before. Here it is input A. We will get from the buffer circuit, we get the normal form as well as the complemented form of the same input. This is equivalent to this circuit where two inverters are used to get the normal form, and with one inverter we will get the complemented form of the same input. Now let me explain you the PLA designing through a few examples. From the first example, as you can see, we have given two functions. A combinational logic has been given. So here we have to design a PLA having the three inputs and four product terms and the two outputs. As we can see, we have two outputs, 1 and 2, and three inputs, namely A, B, and C. So we start designing by first of all looking at the question and determining how many input and outputs are there. Then each input is connected to a buffer inverter to get the normal and the complemented form simultaneously. The input buffer having both true value and the complemented value of the output. The both output of buffer inverter is connected to the AND gate. The output of the AND gates are connected to the inputs of the OR gates. The output of the OR gates are connected to XOR gate. When the XOR input is connected to 1, then output will be inverted. And if input of XOR gate is connected to 0, the output of the XOR gate will remain the same. That is, output will not change. Let me describe you through a circuit diagram that how this whole procedure is being implemented. This is how the whole procedure is being implemented. Now, let me explain you by taking another example that how it is implemented stepwise. So I have considered one example having 4, 5, and 7 as the inputs to the first function and the inputs to the second function as 3, 5, 7. These are the minimized terms. Let me minimize these terms using a K-map. So by drawing the K-map for F1 and F2 simultaneously. In the F1, we have the min terms at 4, 5, and 7. So this is 4, this is 5, and this is 7. As we can see that only two pairs are possible. K-map has been described in the earlier lectures. In lecture 2, K-map has been described how we can solve it. So please go through that lecture if the K-map is not clear to you. So the minterm for these two pairs comes out to be A, B bar and AC. For the term output F2, the minterms has been given as 3, 5 and 7. So this is 3 input, this is 5 and this is 7. After pairing, we get the minterms as AC plus BC. So after solving through K-map, we are left with F1 equal to AB bar plus AC and F2 equal to AC plus BC. This is the same form which was given in the earlier example, like this. Instead of this, in this question, they have given the minterms. The only difference is this in both the questions. So first of all, we will take these input through a buffer input. As we know that the number of inputs is 3, as only 3 variables are there, A, B, and C. The number of product terms are 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. As AC is common in both these functions, as AC is common, we will take only 3 minterms, A, B bar, AC, and BC. So we are left with only one we are left with only three product terms, A B bar, A B, and AC, as AC is common in both. So we'll take only once. Number of AND gates will be equal to the number of product terms, which is equal to 3, and the number of OR gates will be equal to the number of outputs. So number of outputs here is only F1 and F2, that is 2. So first of all, we'll make a buffer logic of all the inputs A, B, and C. This is the buffer logic, and after buffer we get A bar, B bar, and C bar. This is our first step. Second step is passing these buffers outputs through a NAND gate. So how we connect these? For the first input, we have A, B bar, and AC. So here we are getting A. This cross represents the connections. A, and then second is the B bar. This is B bar. So this is passed through an OR gate. After that, we get AC. This is A and this is C input. So this is passed through an OR gate, AND gate, sorry. The third is AC plus BC. As we have already taken AC, so we'll take now only BC. So B is this and C is this. These two inputs are being passed through an AND gate. After drawing the AND matrix, we'll pass these AND matrix outputs as an input to the OR gate matrix. So for the first term F1, we have A B bar plus AC. So we'll connect A B bar and AC with the OR gate, and the second function is AC plus BC. So we will connect AC and BC to the second as in second input to the OR matrix or the OR gate. So this is our final outputs. F1 is this and F2 is this. This is how we solve these PLAs. So we can program accordingly if our circuit changes or if our function changes its position. Like from here, if we have to take in the next circuit for the next application, if we want to have instead of A, we want A bar. So we can simply unbreak this connections, break this connection and connect from this. So this can be programmed again and again. That's why it is very easy to implement the PLA, and many applications can be obtained by using a single PLA, just by detaching and attaching the connections as per our applications. So that's all about the PLAs. It is very useful and very important from the exam point of view. So please go ahead through this. In case of any query, you can contact me. Work very hard and very all the best. Thank you. Sejan.